Hello fellow language learning nerds, welcome to a new video and today's video is going to be about a topic that I was thinking about recently, and it's something in language learning that I've had to learn. I think it took me a while to learn it, and I don't think I've talked about it before, so I thought I'll bring it up here. So basically it's the idea of not waiting to progress. I'll try and explain that in a way that makes sense. Back when, especially when I was first trying to learn a language, I would have this habit of, say, as an example, writing out, this is in particular for vocabulary and sometimes with like verb conjugations, I can say that word, where I would have say a list, and I would get this list from a textbook or from class, or it would be one that I've created myself, and I would tell myself, I have this list of words and I'm going to learn every single one of them, and then once I've done that, then I can move on to, say, another list of words or another grammar thing or the next thing that I wanted to learn. And this, I feel, became very detrimental to me very quickly. At the very, very beginner stages, I did kind of find it a little bit useful to do little vocabulary lists, but very quickly this became the wrong thing for me to do, and it took me a long time to realize it. My brain likes things to be organized. It likes things to be done in order and nice and neatly. Okay, so I know that I have a lot of stuff behind me, but to me this is organized. So just take me for my word that I like things organized. I like things nice and neat. So my brain wants language learning to be like, I learned this thing, and then this thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, and I don't have to go back to previous stuff because I've already done those things. Kind of like a chapter in a book, chapter 1 followed by chapter 2. Why would I worry about chapter 5 when I'm on chapter 8? I've already done that. I don't need to go back to that. I want it to be nice and simple like that, but as much as I want it to, my brain doesn't work like that. And I have to accept that when it comes to that, say, list of vocabulary, some things I'm gonna learn very quickly, other things it's gonna take a long time for them to kind of settle in my brain. And I'm gonna have to sometimes keep relearning those over and over again until eventually they do. This is just how my brain works, and I have to accept that. And I can't let myself be stopped by that list being like, well, I haven't learned them like completely, so I can't move on to the next thing. That's a terrible thing for me to do. I have to accept that, no, keep on progressing, keep on learning new things. Those vocabulary that I forgot back, all that time ago, I will pick them up at a later date, even if I have to keep picking them up several times. It's completely okay, and I have to be okay with that. It's kind of like, so like, okay, bear with me with this. It's kind of like you have a language tank full of your target language. So in my case, Japanese, right? And then over there, I have a brain bath. Bear with me. I have a bath that represents my brain, right? And I'm gonna be trying to take the water from the language tank and fill up my brain bath, and that's my language learning. But all I have is like a bucket that has holes in it. Now I can take the water in the bucket and I will be able to put water in the brain bath, but I just have to accept that there's gonna be leaks along the way, and that it's okay because I will eventually fill up that brain bath. It's fine. I just have to accept the leaks. I don't know if that made sense, but it did to me. I have to keep reminding myself that It's okay to move on, even though I haven't 100%ed what I've already been learning. Progress is good. If I keep on waiting for that 100%, I'm just going to slow down my learning by so much. So moving on, keep going is a good thing. That's the thing I have had to learn, and I am still learning, and keep reminding myself whenever I get frustrated that I have to learn something for like what feels like the 100th time or something. I still to this day sometimes make little vocabulary lists, but I don't put as much expectation on myself. I'm not writing them out being like, I'm gonna learn all of these perfectly, it's gonna be great. Now I just kind of write it out to be like, oh, these would be kind of useful if I could learn them, but I don't put as much expectation on myself when I do these sorts of lists. It's kind of like as a casual bit of learning. I'm not doing my serious study. I'm just kind of, it's in the casual category. I'm like, oh, this little list would be nice. Yeah. I don't know, there's like casual learning and serious learning. I feel like those are two things that I do. I should think about that. Maybe that's a topic for another day. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this thing that I've had to learn. The keep on progressing. Don't let the fact that I haven't 100% learned everything that I have been studying, don't let that stop me from keep on pushing forward in my language learning journey. Yeah, I feel like that's a thing that frustrated me a lot as a beginner, but that was at a time where I didn't really understand how to learn a language, or how my brain learns a language, which I think is something that you have to learn as well as your target language when you're studying a language. Anyway, that's basically what I wanted to get off my chest and talk to you guys about. Yeah, though, as a little side note, of course I say like keep on progressing, but I do feel, as a tiny little note, I do also feel like it's a good thing to pause your progress for a little bit and allow your brain to rest, and you can just like review some of the older stuff that you've been doing. Your brain needs breaks, but yeah. But add those into your main keep on progressing. Yeah, anyway, okay, I have become rambly. But yeah, so thank you very much for listening to me ramble on about my thoughts about progressing and not trying to be super strict and I will learn everything perfectly, because that's not. Language learning is much more messy than that. As I say, thank you for listening to me ramble on. Hopefully I will catch you in the next video. So for now, may your grammar be structured and your vocabulary varied. Bye!